Hey everyone, this is Michael with One Way Travels. This is part 2 of my travel redemptions that I flew around the world from Asia to Europe and back to America. We're going to talk about the hotel redemption value I got, which was over $4,000 across 6 hotel stays and 3 different brands such as the World of Hyatt, Choice Hotels, and IHG. I stayed in various countries such as Japan, Taiwan, and Paris. In this video, we're going to discuss the points I use for each stay, the cash price to do a good comparison, and an estimated cents per point to understand how much value you get by using your points and miles for these type of redemptions. Anyway, we're going to go right into it, starting right from America all the way to Europe. So let's get into the discussion right now. So let's take it back to America. Before I got to Japan, we did a one-night stay because of our position flight at the Hyatt Regency Chicago O'Hare Airport. And yes, it was a Hyatt property, and we booked this property for $8,000 for a standard room for one night. The cash price was around $170, $180 per night, just under $200. So the CPP came out to just shy of 2. And while I'm not going to gauge the value because we did get upgraded to a suite, which is shown here, very incredible, but I could not actually find the points value for the suite, so I guess it was just something they did out of courtesy due to my high global status. I did want to make just a fair mention that I did do my first live at this hotel stay, so definitely check it out here. But just in regard for some other interesting things too is that, well, dinner was paid with points and miles because we ate in the in-house restaurant and it was paid through my Choice Hotel gift card I got from a timeshare position, which I did a video over there. Feel free to check it out. And of course, the next day before the flight leaves, guess what? Breakfast was covered due to my high global status, and that was comped. And of course, for lunch, as you know, when you fly these luxury travel flights such as business or first class, you do get free lounge access, and that was comped through the United Polaris Lounge, which we did because ANA is a Star Alliance partner of United Airlines. Otherwise, let's move on to the next hotel redemption, which I believe is in Tokyo, Japan, at the Hyatt Centric Ginza. Why, thanks, future Mike. So let's talk about the points and the value for this hotel. This is our first stop in Tokyo. We're staying 2 nights here in Ginza at the Hyatt Centric Ginza in Tokyo. What do we pay out of this? Not cash, actually. We paid 25,000 Hyatt points for the stay. And the cash value with the Japanese yen fluctuating around was about $389 per night. If you do the CPP, it's about 1.5, 1.6, but I'm going to be honest with you, the CPP shouldn't really matter for Tokyo just because of the fact that it's really expensive to stay here and use it, whether you get cash or out of pocket, cash or points really. So that would be my advice. As you get my experience when I did the other bookings, as we go to the next part of segments, you'll see like cities like Osaka and Kyoto are much more affordable for like some of the mid-end and lower-end hotels. So that's why we stayed here. Also for Ginza, just in general, we liked the fact it was closer to Haneda being a late night flight. So, you know, get your hotel, relax, get out. And like I said, we feel like it's a nice area as well. We may not eat here, but very centralized in where you want to go, as we're going to go to a lot of nice attractions in Tokyo. So that's the breakdown on the 2 nights we're staying here, the Hyatt Centric Ginza, and we're doing it on location as well. Back to you, Mike. So that was a good first redemption right in Tokyo. Well, we got 2 more nights left, and we're a little bit low on points. Of course, I did use a lot more on our stay in Kyoto, which is coming up very soon. But we got 2 more nights, and we decided to save our points and be a little bit more economical, I guess. So let's move on to our next 2 nights at Choice Hotels in Roppongi Hills in Tokyo. What's up, everyone? So for this hotel, for the Comfort Inn Hotel in Tokyo, Roppongi, we did 2 nights here, and it cost about 16,000 Choice points, and it cost 32,000 points used for these 2 nights. It was a cash price at about $150 per night, 24,000 Japanese yen, which comes out at a cents per point of 0.9. It's still great value overall. It's a budget hotel, and it's not high level value, but if it's some simplicity is what you want and definitely convenience, definitely a place to stay. And we're a couple minutes away from the train station, convenience stores, grocery, and of course restaurants. I definitely recommend this area if you like a low-key area away from the bustling city, but also convenient to all the essentials in your Tokyo travel. So anyway, we'll take it back to the next segment after this one. So not a bad redemption there in Roppongi Hills with Comfort Inn. So let's move on to our most luxurious stay in Kyoto, where I think everyone's going to be kind of impressed by this redemption. Hey, so back with this points redemption here. So I'm at the Park Hyatt Kyoto, and I did 40,000 points of World of Hyatt for 2 nights for over 80,000 points. The cash price came over to over $1,200 per night, which is basically a cents per point of over 3, or at least around 3. And we got upgraded from a standard king twin beds to a garden view, as I'm showing here. It's tremendous here. It's right in the heart of Kyoto, where you want to be. And I think that's the thing with these park hyatt. They're very centrally located to where you want to be in Kyoto. And I highly recommend it if you decide to visit this city as well, as it's very close to a lot of the shrines and walkable distance to a lot of the city as well. So otherwise, that's the redemption for the Park Hyatt Kyoto, and we'll take it back. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, so wasn't that great? Park Hyatt Kyoto, what a great redemption, great scenery. But anyway, let's move on to our last place in Japan, as we're going to Osaka, where I had a great time, did some Nintendo World, and of course some Dontaburi. So let's move on to our next day at Holiday Inn Shin Osaka. So for the value for the hotel in Osaka, we stayed at the Holiday Inn Shin Osaka, which is an IHG property. And talk about value, so we stayed there for 2 nights. It cost us 16,000 points one night, 17,000 the other night, which is 33,000 for 2 total nights. Cash price was just under $100. It's pretty cheap here in Osaka, at least for cash prices. It was a standard redemption we did. And then of course, Player 2's Platinum status, we got upgraded to a King Suite, which was, it was about $20 more in value, but I think the reality was that we found value because of we need to wash clothes before our next destination, and washer and dryer in the room was very important. And while we didn't mind going to a laundromat outside with all the clothes we had to wash, it made it more convenient for our stay. So the value was great. The CPP's, not too great, but I think when it comes to this experience, it's about saving money and getting value, and also being very close to the market, which is a couple minutes walk. We're right next door to the convenience stores, and then at least with Osaka, it was a very easy walk to a train station. It's not a lot, at least in Shin Osaka, so we're not in the center of the city, which is fine, but that's what we wanted. So that's what we got for the value for our 2-night stay at IHG property, on our only suite upgrade from our trip to Japan. Hey everyone, just one last detail on the Holiday Inn Shin Osaka property, as this property offers a free bus shuttle to the train station. Definitely consider that little tidbit as you're traveling around the world, because I can save you a couple bucks. I can save us $8 one way. So definitely remember to check your property, make sure they got a free shuttle to either the airport or possibly a train station. But yeah, so that's it for the review. Appreciate everyone joining and watching, and we'll turn it back to Mike in the studio. Talk about great value, right? A suite with a washer and dryer? That sounds incredible. And for our last stop, we're gonna go to Paris, France, and another Hyatt stay here, as I'm staying there for the French Open, so let's get to it. So, what's the value on this awesome hotel I'm staying right now at Paris, France? Well, this is the Hyatt Regency Etoile. It's a business hotel in the Hyatt program, and how much value did I get out of this? Well, I booked this one supremely early, and when you book early, especially knowing it's during events such as the French Open we're seeing here, and of course in July, the Olympics, this cost me 12,000 Hyatt points per night for 2 nights, for a total of 24,000 Hyatt points. What was the cash price? Well, because it's being slightly inflated with the event, it comes around $400-ish, $500. So CPP is at least around a 4 CPP. Great value if you can get it. And also to me, in a later review if you want to watch, explain my full hotel review on this property, as it is a little bit off the beaten path, but tremendous value. And I also got upgraded to a Regency Suite, which shows even more value I got overall for my 2 nights. So that's what I paid out of pocket for this stay. And let's turn it back to Mike, and we'll talk more about our hotel redemptions. Well, that's it, right? That's all the redemptions I did for my hotel stays across America, Asia, and Europe. That was 6 hotel stays across 3 brands, and an average CPP of 2, which is incredible, and a value of over $4,000 I would have paid out of pocket. And the awesome thing was, a lot of these hotel redemptions, you didn't pay tax, but you save more money overall. So please, let me know in the comments below what you think about my hotel redemptions, and of course the flights if you haven't done it already. Feel free to check out that video over there, and let me know what you all think. I would appreciate the comments and any type of feedback on what I provided today, and I appreciate everyone joining and watching my content in the last year. And yes, make sure to like, subscribe, and share my content going forward if you find it useful. Otherwise, as I say in all my videos, life is short, travel more everyone, and once again, as in all my videos, make sure to stick to the end, as I got a couple of clips from my trip. Anyways, I'll talk to you all on the next one.